Hello everybody, welcome to this session on BYJU'S. Now today we would be having a practice session on integers. All the concepts from this have already been covered before, but nothing to worry in case you can't remember it. I would be giving you a short recap of all of the things that we would be needing today. Okay, all right, so I hear some comments. Nagendra says hello, Shrikant says hello. Hi guys, hello and a very good evening to you all. Awesome, cool. So before we begin this session, just give me a thumbs up in case you can hear me and see me properly, and we shall be ready to begin after that. Okay, Palak says, hi, how are you? I'm doing good, Palak. I hope you're doing great as well. Mona says hello. Hello, Mona. Shrikant says hi. Hi, Shrikant. Rabindra says hello again. So, hi, Rabindra. All right, so I have the confirmation from Nagendra there. He has given me a thumbs up. I hope, okay, so I get now from Amber and then Anvi Mahajan. All right, so I am visible and I am audible. So come on, let's begin this session now. All right, so first things first, make sure you have subscribed to the channel in case you haven't. Otherwise, you'd be missing out on updates and other important notifications. So I hope you guys have done this. All right, so come on, let's begin this now. Awesome. So make sure, guys, since this is going to be a practice session, be ready with some papers and a pen or a pencil and practice all of these questions along with me. Awesome. So do you remember what we did in the previous session? Yes, I'm sure you guys do. You just need a little push maybe to recall these ideas. All right. So you are familiar with BODMAS, right? The order of operations. So we start from this brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So the first preference is going to be given to the brackets, then of, then division, and that's how the order is going to follow. Awesome. So after BODMAS, multiplication of integers. Now I'm sure you guys know this, that they are negative integers and they are positive integers, right? So when you multiply two integers, let's say a positive integer with another positive integer, the result is going to be positive, right? And if you multiply a negative integer with another negative integer, the result is again going to be positive. So positive multiplied with positive is positive, negative multiplied with negative is also positive, but when you multiply a positive with negative or negative with positive, order doesn't matter, the result is going to be negative. Yes, so this is also pretty simple. The same rules apply to division as well. Like when you divide a positive integer by another positive integer, the result is going to be positive. When you divide a negative with another negative, the result is going to be positive again. And of course, when you divide a positive with negative or negative with positive, the result is going to be, yes, negative. Awesome. So these two are very simple basic ideas. And then I hope you remember these operations that we studied, the closure property. Right? Closure property applies to addition, because when you add two integers, the result is an integer. It also applies to subtraction. When you subtract one integer from the other, the result is, yes, always an integer. It applies to multiplication as well, but closure property is not applicable to division, because when you divide one integer by another, well, in some cases the result is integer, but in other cases, the result may not be an integer. Like let's say I divide 2 by 10, the result is not going to be an integer. So closure doesn't apply to division. Then we studied the commutative property, commute, home to school, school to home. So A plus B is equal to B plus A. Now it doesn't apply to multiplication. A minus B is not equal to B minus A. It applies to multiplication, right? A multiplied with B is equal to B multiplied with A. However, it doesn't apply to division. Then we studied the associative property, right? What was the associative? A plus B plus C is going to be equal to A plus, I can put A plus B inside one bracket, and then so the order in which we add these doesn't really matter. However, this is not going to be applicable to subtraction. Multiplication, yes, no division. And lastly, distributive property. Let me make some space to write these down. Now, I'm sure you guys are able to recall all of these. So A multiplied with B plus C is going to be equal to A multiplied with B plus A multiplied with C. I can put a minus there as well. So this is distributive property. Okay, so we had a quick recall of all of the concepts that you've already covered in depth. And as I said, we have plenty of questions today from the NCERT textbooks and NCERT Exemplar as well. So make sure you guys are ready to work these questions along with me. All right, so first we're going to start off with the NCERT poll. And there is a guy hiding behind a stone. Maybe he's afraid of the lion. I'm sure, I just wanted you guys to know this fun fact related to lions. Now, the roar of a lion can sometimes be louder than a packed football stadium. Yes, it has been measured to up to 114 decibels, and it can be heard for more than 5 miles. So there would be these fun facts which would be appearing throughout the session to maintain the balance of entertainment as well as proper education. Awesome. Cool. Now let's start off with the first question. I hope you guys are ready. So here is the first question for you. Awesome. So make sure you read it. I am going to give you time to go through this. 30 seconds would be given, and then we will be going through the solution of all of these problems. But first, I want to see how many of you can get the correct answer to this in 30 seconds. So your clock is going to tick up now. Okay. All right. So now it ticks properly. So we're starting from 30. Come on. Take your time. I mean, take 30 seconds, of course. So in a quiz, positive marks are given for correct answers and negative marks are given for incorrect answers. Jack's scores in 5 rounds have been given to you. You've been asked to figure out the total score in the end. So we are getting answers here, 35, 35, option D, well done. Most of the answers are 35, and I hope 35 is the correct one here. Awesome, guys. So the time is up, and I am sure 35 is going to be the correct answer. Yes, it is correct. Let's see the solution for it. All right. So what were the scores? The scores are 25, minus 5, minus 10, 15, and 10. All you have to do here is simply add up these numbers. So you can start in whichever way you want to. Like, let's say I add up all the positives first. So 25 plus 15 plus 10. So add all of these up and you are going to get how much? This is going to be 25 plus 15 is 40, 40 plus 10 is 50. So all of the positive numbers add up to 50, and now add up the negative numbers as well. So minus 5 minus 10 is going to give you minus 15. So it boils down to 50 minus 15, making 35 as the correct answer. We're just starting up, we're just warming up. The level of difficulty is going to rise, and good job on getting answer correct. So yes, this was 35, a fairly simple question. Let's move on to the second question now. Okay, now make sure you are reading this problem very, very carefully, because there is a tendency of making mistakes in questions like this. So as I said, I will give you 30 seconds to think through this, and we will go through the solution next as well. Okay, so your 30 seconds begin now. All right, so first, make sure you are reading the problem carefully. Anita already has the answer as 11. Wow, that was fast. That was really quick. All right, so a water tank has steps inside. So there is a graphic to my left here where the monkey is at the top and he wants to reach the bottom to drink some water. The water level is at the 9th step. Now, there is a game probably the monkey is playing here. 3 steps down and then 2 steps up. We've got to figure out how many jumps are needed to get through the water level. By the way, the time is up and the correct answer has been revealed. Okay, all of you say 11 as the correct answer. I'm surprised. It's wonderful that you've arrived at the correct answer so fast. Let's go ahead and look at the solution for it. Awesome. I am getting 11 in the comments box. Very good. Well done. 11 is the correct one. Let's see how this is to be done. Okay. Now, initially, as you can see, the monkey is sitting at the topmost step. Let's just call that step 1. Okay. Now, what we are doing here is whenever the monkey is coming down, let me just write that down here. 1 down is plus 1. And whenever the monkey is moving up, 1 up is going to be minus 1. So in a similar way, 3 down is going to be plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, which will give you plus 3. And 2 up is going to be minus 1, which will give you minus 2. Okay, so in the first jump from step 1, he's going to take 3 steps down, which means after the first jump, he's going to be at step number 4. Okay, and now from step number 4, he will be moving up by 2. So that's the reason why I'm taking minus 2 for the 2 ups. And now he is at step 2. And this process is going to repeat, right? Now, in the third jump, he is at the second step. Now he's coming down by 3. So that's the reason why plus 3. And now the monkey is at the 5th step. Now from the 5th step, he will again go 2 steps up. So that's the reason why plus 5 minus 2, and now the monkey is at the 3rd step. And as you can see, this pattern pretty much repeats going on and on and on. And in the 11th jump, you know, that's where the monkey will be at the 9th step, being able to drink some water. It is so confusing is what Sasmita says. Okay, let me just try to break this down for you. Let me come back because there is a graphic to my left which shall be a little helpful for you. Now this is the first step, right? Let me just grab a different color here as well. All right. Okay, so now the monkey is here. So first what is happening? He's taking 3 steps down, right? I'm also going to take 3 steps down here. So here's the first step, the second step, and the third step. So now the monkey is here, right? So far, pretty simple, right? And now what he's going to do is he's going to take 2 steps up. So from here, the monkey is again going to go up, okay? So after these 2, the monkey is here, right? And now this process is going to repeat. Again, from here, he's going to take 3 steps down, all right? So here's the first step. Okay, let me just rub these off now that you understand. So here's the first step down, the second step down, and the third step down. Again, from this part here, he's going to go 2 steps up. So likewise, from this step, he's going to go up and up. So this is the pattern that is repeating now. Okay, I hope you get it. Now I hope you get it. So how to do this sum in a shorter method is what Zinnia says. Okay, do not try to do this in a shorter way, because what would happen is, if let's say you're doing like this, 3 steps down, you're doing +3, right? And 2 steps up, you're doing -2. And now what you are thinking is, in 2 rounds, by round I mean what? First round, 3 steps down, and in the second round, 2 steps up. So in 2 rounds, the monkey is actually only moving 1 step down, +1 down, right? Now, how much does the monkey have to go down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has to reach the 9th step, right? So again, 2 more rounds of 1 down, again 2 more rounds, 1 down, again 2 more rounds, 1 down. So if you follow this process, you know, what will happen is monkey has actually reached the step, but that is not included in the round. So that's the reason why what I am telling you is to solve this problem, you know, like we have shown you, you know, just like this. Go step by step for a question like this, because this problem was actually part of many aptitude tests that students take up after completing their 12th standard, because there is a trick involved to solve this problem. So I would tell you that, you know, you keep solving it like this in the iterations that we have done. Okay, so third step, again, you know, just simply make sure that 1 down, you write +1, and when the monkey goes 1 step up, that would be designated as -1. All right, so I believe now we are pretty clear. So there is a similar question for this in the next one as well. So by the way, the answer to this is going to be, as you guessed it, 11 jumps. Now this is a similar question, but this is gonna take a shorter time when you compare it with the last question. So pretty much the same, right? But now the monkey is at the 9th step and you gotta go move up now. So again, as usual, I'm gonna give you 30 times to have a crack at this, and then we shall see the solution as well. So come on, your 30 seconds begin now. The question is the same, it's just that the data is changing a little bit, that's all. Okay, come on, try this out now. Take a similar approach that we have taken in the last step. So, all right, Dibyanshi already has the answer 5, Anita has the answer 5 jumps. All right, I'm hoping this one is correct. Good job, guys. If you've got this correct, you are pretty fast with calculations. Ashleen also has it, Shri has it, Rabindra has it. All right, 5 is what you guys are saying. All right, the time is up here, and the correct answer is option C, 5. Palak also has it now. Harsh has it. All right, Mona also has it. Anvi has it. Rupa has it. Well done, guys. Well done. Awesome on getting this one correct. So this is again, you know, what has happened now. After drinking water, he wants to go back. So now the monkey is at the 9th step. So again, 4 steps up. So 1 step up, you are going to have -1 for that, and 1 step down will be designated as +1, because it's quite logical as well, because if you are at the 9th step and you're moving up by 1 step, you are at the 8th step now, right? So it makes sense that you subtract 1. And let's say if you are here at the 5th step, okay, and you are coming down, you are coming to the 6th step, right? So that's the reason why coming down is +1 and going up is -1. So first thing is, we need to sort that out. And after that, it's a simple game of arithmetic, nothing much. So monkey is at the 9th step, right? So this is step 9. So what is happening in the first jump? In the first jump, monkey is going 4 steps up. And as we said, up is minus, down is plus. So 4 steps up. So -1, -1, -1, -1, 4 times. So that'll be -4. So 9 plus -4. Now, after these 4 steps up, okay, monkey is at the 5th step, okay, after the first jump. Now, the same process is going to repeat. In the second jump, monkey started from step number 5, right? And now what has the monkey done? Monkey has taken 2 steps down. So, +1 for the first down, +1 for another down. And that will collectively be what? +2. So, now the monkey is at the 7th step, right? Now, in the third jump, monkey will start from the 7th step, and again he will take 4 steps up. So after taking 4 steps up, monkey is at the 3rd step now. And in the 4th jump, as you can see, from the 3rd step, monkey will take 2 steps down, right? And now the monkey is at the 5th step, and at the 5th jump, magic happens. Monkey is at the 5th step, and when he has taken 4 jumps up, he has reached the 1st step. So that's the reason why the correct answer to this question is 5 jumps are needed. Okay, all of you say crystal clear. I'm pretty happy that it has happened, because these are some tricky questions which must be solved in this laborious way. Don't try to get through to the answer by making equations, because they tend to make you get lost in some way. Okay, so we've seen 2 questions related to monkeys. So I have a fun fact related to monkeys for you. Now this must be surprising, because when I figured out, it was kind of surprising to me as well. Now, Australia is a place where you don't find any native monkeys. Yes, similar situation happens for Antarctica, and then there are no native monkeys for North America and Canada as well. Yes, so this was surprising for me. Australia, so many wild animals, but then there are no monkeys which are native to Australia. So you've seen one fact related to lions, and now you've seen one related to monkeys. So come on, let's keep moving on. Other knowledge and mathematical knowledge as well. Cool, guys. So here's another question coming for you. Okay, so this one should be fairly simple. These revolve around the properties that we have covered up, right? So I'm sure you guys can get this one correct, all of you. As usual, I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and hopefully you will get the correct answer in 30. So your time begins now. So fill in the blanks to make the statement true. All right. So I already have one answer, -5 for the first one. Okay, first one is -5. Good. All of you have this one as correct there. Okay. Okay, Dibyanshi has given the answer for the second one as well, which is 0. All right, well done. Others, Ashleen, Anita, all of you are saying the correct answer. And what would be the answer for the third one there? Okay, very good. Very good. Third one is... Third one, okay, Anita has the answer for the third one, I believe, which is -17. All right, one thing that I'd like to tell you is I may not remember the actual names. I can only read out the names which are presented in the comments. So if your actual name is different and I'm calling out a different name, my apologies for that. Okay, all right, cool. So we are getting answers for these. Time is up any which way. So first one is what? First one is a simple. What is the property? If I ask you the property, what was the property? Commutative property, right? Because A plus B is equal to B plus A. So -5 plus -8 is going to be equal to -8 plus -5, right? So first one was simple, and all of you have got that correct. Well done. So second one, -53 plus what number gives you -53? Of course, we read it, right? Additive. Very good. So 0. Yes, so -53 plus 0 is when we get -53. So second one was also fairly simple. Now 17 plus what number gives you 0? Now this one should be again very simple. 17, when you add it to its additive inverse, which is -17, that's when the result becomes 0. Awesome. Good job. All of the 3 answers that you guys have given are correct. Additive identity. Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't complete the statement there. So additive identity is what it is. All right, so pretty good, right? So these three basic properties, first commutative, then additive identity, and then the additive inverse. Okay, these are simple questions. Now let's move on and check out the second set. So again, these two questions are going to revolve around some properties that we have already studied. 30 seconds should be enough for you to get through to the correct answer, and your 30 seconds are going to roll down now. Okay. Sashmita says additive inverse of 17 is minus 17. Yes, Sashmita, you are correct. Milantha also says minus 17. Okay, Devansh says you are bad. I hope I'm not bad here. Cool. Okay, Rabindra minus 7. All right. Okay, we're still getting answers. Okay, we are getting answers to this question here, which is minus 7. Okay, that should be correct. What about the answer to the second one? Palak has given the answer to the second one there, which is negative 3. Okay. All right. So I am getting answers which are mostly similar. So I hope they are the correct answers. Let's go ahead and check out. Okay. So 13 plus minus 12 plus what is equal to 13. So what has happened here? Association of numbers has changed. And what do we call that property? Associative property, right? Because A plus B plus C is going to be equal to A plus B plus C. So it doesn't matter in what order you associate the numbers. The result is going to be the same. Like here, we put 13 and minus 12 inside the bracket. And obviously it should be minus 7, which is out. And on the right hand side of the equation, we've combined minus 12 and minus 7, and 13 is left out. So this is related to the associative property. And I believe the second one is also similar, right? So this is A plus B plus C. Now this should be equal to A plus B plus C. So all the numbers are there on the left hand side, so you simply have to copy it there. So minus 4 plus 15, so minus 3 is left out, so that would be there. So minus 7 and minus 3 are the correct answers. All right, so these are fairly simple questions. You guys have also stated the property. Well done on getting this one correct. Okay, let's move on to the next question now. Okay, so this one is related to temperature. So make sure again you read this thoroughly, and you should be able to get the answer in 30 seconds. So I'm going to roll the clock now. Okay, 30 seconds for this. This should be simple. All right, very easy is what Milantha says. Okay, so here you have a certain freezing process that requires room temperature be lowered from 40 degrees centigrade at the rate of 5 degrees every hour. So every hour the temperature is going to decrease by 5 degrees centigrade. We've been asked to figure out the temperature after 10 hours. The process has begun. Okay, so we have the answers rolling down. Minus 10 is what all of you are saying. All right, so the time is up, and minus 10 is in fact the correct answer. Okay, so let's see how we can work this question through. Okay, so first thing is, the starting temperature is how much? Minus 40. All right, so after 1 hour, the temperature is going to be how much? Well, from 40, I will have to decrease 5. So after 1 hour, the temperature is going to be 35. And this process is going to repeat, right? After another hour, maybe after 2 hours, then it's going to be, 35 minus 5, which is 30. And this is how the process is going to repeat. But we can get the answer to this directly. We don't have to follow this process through for this. And this is how you do it. Your initial temperature is given, the change in temperature, and we've been asked to find this, right? So, well, after 10 hours, what is going to be the collective drop in temperature is what you can find out. Because in 1 hour, it's going to be minus 5. In 2 hours is going to be what? Minus 5 for the first, minus 5 for the second, which can be written like 2 times minus 5. In 3 hours, how much is going to be? Minus 5 for the first, minus 5 for the second, minus 5 for the third. So this can be written like 3 times minus 5. So a similar process is going to follow. So after 10 hours, the collective drop is going to be minus 50 degrees centigrade. And that has to be subtracted. Why? Initial temperature was how much? 40. So from 40, if you remove 50, then the temperature is going to be minus 10 degrees centigrade. Okay, cool. So you guys had given me the correct answer. Sir, is this division of integers as subtracted division? No, this is not going to be a division here. This is going to be a simple case of subtraction. That's it. Repeated subtraction is what it is. Like 1 hour minus 5, 2 hours minus 5, minus 5. So that becomes 2 times minus 5. So you could say repeated subtraction, which is eventually, repeated addition is multiplication, repeated subtraction is multiplication with a negative sign. Awesome. Cool. So let's move on now to the next question. This one was a fairly simple one. Again, this is a question revolving around the same concept of temperatures, 30 seconds of time. There are 2 questions that you've got to answer here. So make sure, you answer this in 30 seconds of time. And these are the beginning of your 30 seconds. Cool. Come on, let's try this one out. Same concept. Temperature at 12 noon was 10 degrees centigrade above 0. Okay, so above 0 would mean the temperature is positive. Below 0 will mean negative temperatures. Okay, this one may take you more than 30 seconds. I understand that the 30 seconds which I'm giving you is probably to understand the question. This may take for a lot of you more than 30 seconds, and it's perfectly understandable. All right, so I don't have any correct answers coming up here. Maybe this is taking time, and I understand this should take time. Okay, so how do we approach this? I'm going to wait till I have. Okay, so Mohit says I am in 8. Okay, cool. I will be explaining this through. There's nothing to worry. I'm just giving you some time to think about it. I will be explaining this through. Come on, let's check this one out now. So this is the process. Don't just look at the words and get confused here. This is a fairly simple question. Look, temperature at 12 noon was how much? 10 degrees centigrade, right? So this was the temperature at 12 noon, which we can call 12 p.m., right? So 12 p.m. the temperature was 10 degrees centigrade. Now, every hour the temperature is going to decrease by 2 degrees centigrade. So 12 p.m. after that 1 hour is going to be what? 1 p.m. So the temperature will be what? 10 degrees centigrade minus 2 degrees centigrade. So now the temperature will be 8 degrees centigrade. And like that, every hour it's going to drop by 2, right? So look, at 2 p.m. it's going to be how much? 8 minus 2. 3 p.m. 6 minus 2. 4 p.m. 4 minus 2. So every hour the change in temperature would be minus 2 degrees centigrade from the temperature at that point. At 5 p.m. 2 minus 2, which will be 0. 6 p.m. again, this process will repeat like this. Now, my suggestion to you would be to solve the question like this first, because that's when you understand the rigor involved in the problem, and automatically after some time you shall be able to frame the equations on your own. Okay, so this will be what now? So first thing that we had to figure out was when would the temperature be minus 8 degrees centigrade? So it would be at around 9 p.m. So I understand, guys, a lot of you are saying that you are in half process. So this is a question that takes time. The 30 seconds that I gave you was not to get the correct answer, was just to get a hang of what the problem was talking about. Okay, so there's nothing to worry in case you still haven't got through to the correct answer. By the way, this is going to be the approach for the first type, where starting is 10 and after every hour the temperature is dropping by 2, and at 9 p.m. is when the temperature is going to be minus 8 degrees centigrade. Okay, now let's come to the second part. There was another question, right? We also had to figure out the temperature at midnight. So midnight is going to be what? Now, from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m., that is from noon to midnight, how many hours are there? There are 12 hours, right? There are 12 hours from 12 noon to 12 midnight. Now, in 1 hour, the temperature is dropping by 2, right? So in 12 hours, the temperature will drop by how much? Minus 2 multiplied by 12. So the temperature will drop by minus 24 degrees centigrade in 12 hours. Now, so starting temperature was 10, right? At 12 noon. So to this 10, if you add this overall drop of minus 24 degrees centigrade, you will get the correct answer as minus 14 degrees centigrade. And that's how you solve the problem. All right, and even for the part 1, there can be an equation that you can frame out. Okay, so the starting temperature was 10 degrees centigrade plus minus 2 multiplied by how many hours? The temperature is going to be minus 8 degrees centigrade. But still, I didn't wanted you to I didn't want to start off with the equation. I first wanted you to understand that there is repeated subtraction happening here. And that's the reason why we're multiplying this 2 with x, okay? So there is a way in which you can get the answer as 9 p.m. for that part 1 of the problem as well. You simply have to solve this. So minus 8 comes to the left side, it becomes plus 8. Minus 2x goes to the right hand side, it becomes plus 2x. So this becomes 10 plus 8 is equal to 2x. 18 is equal to 2x, dividing both the sides by 2, x is equal to 9. So that has got to be 9 p.m. Okay, so this is an equation method, and this is, you know, the regular way in which you are going to solve it. Okay, Palak says this question is easy, but I am confused. Okay, I'd like to know where your confusion lies, Palak. Come on, quickly. Tell me where is the confusion in this. You just need to understand the problem carefully, read the data given carefully, you know, follow this kind of approach whenever you're trying to solve questions. Write down first what is given, okay? And then also write down what you need to find, because the journey is very small. The journey starts from what is given to what you need to find, and in the middle are your concepts, okay? Your concepts and knowledge. So this is where the connection of dots happen, all right? So what is given, what you need to find out, connect this with your concepts. That's it. All right. So, sir, abhi clear hai, but pehle confusion tha. All right. So this is what Palak says. Now it is pretty clear. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this as well. So we have plenty more questions coming up. So I got to go on a little faster. Cool. So let's move on to this one now. Okay, so this one is related to marks. Now this one should be a fairly simple one for you. So 30 seconds, again, take a crack at it, understand the problem. That's all I'm expecting from you. So in a class, 3 marks are rewarded for every correct answer, and then 2 marks, minus 2 are given for the questions that you get incorrect. Okay, if you don't attempt any question, there are no penalties for that. Radhika here has scored 20 marks and she got 12 correct answers. You have to figure out how many questions has she attempted incorrectly. So just make sure that you are considering the signs. Okay, we are getting answers for this one as option C, 8. Well done. If you've got this in 30 seconds, you are indeed champions, all right? So come on, let's move on now and check out how this problem is to be done. Again, first, what is given? It is given that the total score is 20. Number of questions that were answered correctly are 12. And it is given that each correct answer plus 3, each incorrect answer minus 2. We have got to simply find out number of questions answered incorrectly. Now this would be the simple equation, right? The total score, how would you figure out the total score? This is simply going to be plus 3 will get multiplied with the number of questions you've answered correctly. And then minus 2 will get multiplied with the number of questions you've answered incorrect, right? So this will be the simple equation for that. Just substitute it, that's it. So the total score is given as 20. This is equal to plus 3 multiplied with 12 because Radhika got 12 questions correct. And then minus 2 will be multiplied with the number of questions that she has answered incorrectly. We are assuming it to be x here. And that's it. Simple equation which you have to solve. So this becomes 20 is equal to 36 minus 2x. Bring the minus 2x to the left hand side and take the 20 to the right hand side. And you simply got to know negative goes from one side to other, positive goes from one side to other, becomes negative. So this transforms to this part now, that 2x is equal to 36 minus 20. Simplify, you get 2x is equal to 16. Divide both the sides by 2 and you get the value of x as 8. So the number of questions answered incorrectly are going to be equal to 8. This was simple. I understood that when the moment in 30 seconds answers started flowing in, I assumed this was simple, but nonetheless, you've done a fabulous job. Now, a similar question is going to come up. Let's see how many of you get this one correct now. Okay, so similar concept. I could say this is part 2. Okay, so 30 seconds as usual. Let's see how many of you get this one correct. Okay. Data remains the same. It's just that the story changes. That's it. So Mohini scored -5 in this test, and though she got 7 correct, still her score is negative. So there must be a lot of incorrect answers attempted by Mohini. So you guys have to figure out how many questions were incorrect here. All right, I'm already getting answers for that. The Bianchi says 13. Mona says 13. Okay. All right. Ashleen again. All right, cool. Time is up. So you guys have given me the answer as 13. So 13 is the correct answer. Let's see how the solution is going to pan out for this. Okay, so we're operating on the same equation. I have already explained you the equation for getting the total score. Right, so the numbers have changed. That's it. Now the total score is -5. This is equal to +3 multiplied with the 7 correct questions, -2 multiplied with the number of incorrect questions. Let the number of incorrect be x again, and you simply have to solve this equation. So the equation is -5 is equal to +3 times 7 is 21, -2x again. Throw the -2x to the left hand side, bring the -5 to the right hand side, and this becomes 2x is equal to 21 plus 5, and you get 2x is equal to 26. Dividing both the sides by 2, you will get the correct answer as 13. Awesome. So please give answer in one time. All right, let's try to do that. All right, so the correct answer is going to be 13. Good job with this. I'm going to move on now. Okay, so we are done with some questions from NCERT, and now let's check out some questions from Exemplar. These are going to be on the easier side when you compare it with that. So here's the first one. Coding, decoding kind of questions. Again, 30 seconds. Let's see how many of you get this one correct. So A star B means A multiplied with B plus 2. So this is going to be a simple game of substitution. That's about it. Okay. And then A hash B is going to mean this. You've been asked to find the value of -4 star 3. So giving you a hint here, just compare this with this, where A is -4, B is 3. Substitute it here. Simply substitute A as -4 and B as 3. The time is up for this, and the correct answer is -10. Okay, so one answer is there. Dibyanshi says -10 in the correct time. As I said, just compare this to A star B. That's it. So when you compare these two, A value is -4 and B value is 3, right? So I'm going to substitute this in A multiplied with B plus 2. So this will be -4 multiplied with 3 plus 2. So this is a question revolving around BODMAS, the order of operations. So first you're going to do multiplication, which is this. -4 multiplied with 3 is what you would do. You get -12, and then you would perform the addition. So -12 plus 2, which means the correct answer is going to be -10. Good job on getting this one correct. Okay, let's move on to the next question now. Again, similar, the operator has changed. So this time you have to figure out -7 hash -3. So again, giving you a hint here, just compare -7 hash -3 with A hash B. Now A hash B is this. -A plus B minus of -3, and you should get this. Again, in the place of A, be very careful with this problem. Be very careful with this. Okay, Zinnia says 13. I don't have that option 13. The correct answer is going to reveal itself. The correct answer is 7 there. I understand this was challenging. This must have been challenging. So please check this out carefully. First thing, A hash B is equal to what? -A plus B. Now minus of minus, I can write it plus. So that becomes +3. That part should be simple. Okay, now I'm getting answers as 7. Well done. Okay, so we want to find out -7 hash -3, right? So in the place of A, I will substitute -7, and in the place of B, I will substitute -3. So this is going to be minus of -7. Probably this is the mistake that we made, because -A is there and A is -7. Okay, plus -3. And then this is +3 as usual. All right, so this is what minus of minus will again make that a plus. So this is 7. Plus and a minus will make that a minus. So this is 7 minus 3 plus 3. 3 minus 3 will get cancelled out. And the answer, as you can see, is going to be option C, which is 7. Okay, so yes, this was on the slightly challenging side, because I always tell you this. Be very careful when you have expressions involving negative signs and the numbers are also negative, because some type of mistakes here, are going to eventually make the whole answer go wrong. So you just have to make sure. Okay, Palak says, give 1 minute. It's a request. All right, I'm going to give you a minute to probably digest this through. As I said, first thing, make sure you get this right, and a simple substitution. That's it. So again, I will do that. -A is -7. So minus of -7 minus A plus b. b is minus 3. Minus of minus will make that a plus again. And from now on, you know, sir, I got, but why? Look, check this out. Maybe you made a mistake here. Minus a, okay, a hash b, there is a minus a here. A is minus 7. So minus of minus 7 is going to make that a plus 7. So this is going to be plus 7 minus 3 plus 3. Probably this is the mistake that you made. That's the reason why. Okay, so be very careful. Read the expression carefully here. All right. So I believe now it is understood that was the mistake. Yes, now you're accepting the blunder. It happens. Okay, it happens with me as well. Cool. Let's move on to the next one now. Okay, so true or false statements. 30 seconds because we've already gone through till 40 minutes. Let's reveal the answers very quickly. So this is going to be true, right? I'm sure you guys understand that because minus of minus will make this a plus. So 5 minus of minus 8 is going to be same as 5 plus 8. Yes, this is going to be true. Now let's calculate this. Minus 9 plus minus 11. Okay, so this is going to mean what? Minus 9, when you add minus 11 to that, this is going to be minus 20. Yeah, but this is not going to be the same. Again, this is the trick here. Minus of minus always remember it makes a plus. So this one boils down to minus 9 plus 11. And both are not same. This is equal to 2 there. Minus 20 is not equal to 2. So that's the reason why this expression is going to be false. Now moving on to the next question. Okay, so you've got to figure out the 3 consecutive numbers in the pattern. So try to decode the pattern. Try and understand what is happening in this pattern and you shall be getting the correct answer. So 11 becomes 8. How does this become 8? 8 becomes 5. 5 becomes 2. So there is a pattern going on there. Okay, let's see how many of you can decode this pattern. I'd like to give you some time for this question now. Okay, so 15 seconds are still left out. Let's see. Okay, I am getting answers here. Some of you say D. Divyanshi says D. Harsh says A. Okay. Nagendra says D. Mona says 3 gaps. Okay, good. 3 gaps, but positive or negative? Once you figure that out, you have the correct answer. Yes. D looks like the correct one here because 3 gaps, right? But minus negative gaps. So 11 becomes 8. How? 11 minus 3 is what makes it 8. 8 becomes 5. How? 8 minus 3 makes it 5. Similar way, 5 becomes 2. So again minus 3. So 3 keeps on subtracting, right? So the next number should be 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is going to be how much? Minus 1, right? Minus 1 will again decrease by 3. So the next will be minus 1 minus 3, which will give you minus 4. Again, the same pattern will repeat. Minus 4, minus 3, giving you minus 7. So this is how the sequence is going on. 3 is being subtracted from the preceding number to get the next number. And that's the reason why the answer to this is going to be option D. I'm sure this is understood now. Okay, moving on to the next question. Okay, so the value of 5 divided by minus 1. So this is again an idea which is a positive number divided by a negative number. Now I already recalled this in the first few slides, like positive number, when you divide by a negative number, the result is going to be a negative number. So this is going to be how much? The correct answer is going to be what? A, B, C, D. Okay, I am getting B here as the correct answer. Make sure you're reading this carefully though. This means it does not lie between. Okay, does not lie between. Okay, I am getting answers to these. Option B is what the students are saying. Okay, let's see if this is going to be the correct one. Okay, I am going to rush through. Yes, answer is in fact option B because 5, when you divide it by minus 1, 5, when you divide by minus 1, this is going to be how much? Minus 5. And we know minus 5 does not lie between 0 and 10. Minus 5 lies to the left of 0, right? So it lies between 0 and minus 10. So this is there. 4 and minus 15, yes, yes. But remember, we were trying to find out does not. So we know minus 5 doesn't lie between 0 and 10. So that's the reason why the answer to this is option B. All right, moving on to the next question now. Again, evaluation. So this one again is a question based on what happens when you multiply positive with negative, negative with negative, and all of that. So let's see. How many of you get this one correct? So 30 seconds of time, and hopefully this should be simple enough, not that hard. Maybe calculations may give you a hard time, never sure. But yeah, let's see how many of you get this correct. Okay, so in whichever order you multiply it, it's not going to matter here. All right, you just got to take care of the signs. That's it. Cool. So positive or negative. All right, I have the correct answer here. 810 is what the Bianchi says. Nagendra says minus 810. Okay, let's see. By the way, the time is up, and the answer to this is going to be option A, 810. Maybe Nagendra made some mistake with the sign. Look, in whichever order you multiply, doesn't matter. 9 multiplied with minus 5. How much is this going to be? Minus 45. First, do the multiplication. 9 times 5, 45. But positive multiplied with negative is negative. Remember that. Now, multiply these two. Minus 6 multiplied with plus 3, that's going to give you minus 18, right? And minus 45, when you multiply it with minus 18, the result is going to be plus 810. But whichever order, okay? If I were you, I would have done it this way. Minus 5 multiplied with minus 6, that will make me plus 30. And 9 multiplied with 3 is going to give me 27. This is an easier way of getting 810 because, yeah, the multiplication is going to be simpler than 45 times minus 18. Very good, very good. So that's a reason why, Nagendra, negative multiplied with negative is positive. And then you got it now. Cool. Next question for you. Okay, so Sana and Fatima. So there is a race going on here. All right. So it is a question that is going to revolve around how you, add positive and negative numbers. That's about it. So the hint that I'd like to give you is wherever you are winning the race here, wherever there is winning happening, designate a positive number to that. And wherever the race has been lost, keep that as a negative. And that's about it. Just add it and you will get the correct answer. Wherever Sana is winning, consider that a positive number, and wherever Sana has lost, take that to be a negative number, and you shall get the correct answer. Who won the race finally? The 30 seconds are up. Fatima has won the race because this has happened. Okay. In the first part, Sana won the race by 10 seconds. So I'm going to write it as plus 10. Second part, she lost by 1 minute. Now you all know 1 minute has how many seconds? 60 seconds. So I'm going to write minus 60 because she lost. Third, 1 by 20. So that's why plus 20. And, lost by 25. So minus 25. And then again, she lost by 37. So minus 37. So all you have to do is figure this addition out and you will get the correct answer. Okay. So once you figure out this, as I said, winning, positive, lost, negative, just substitute it here. Just you got to worry about this, that 1 minute you have to write 60 seconds in the place of that. And once you figure out the calculation, the answer is going to be minus 80 seconds. So minus, we know she has lost, right? So Sana has lost the race, which means who has won the race? It's obvious that the other party should have won. So Fatima has won the race here. So that's the reason why the correct answer to this is Fatima. Awesome. Now, I think probably we have one last question left out. So this is going to be an interesting problem. I'm sure you can easily take a crack at this one as well. 30 seconds of time again. Okay, multi-story building, 25 floors above the ground level. Each floor is going to have a height of 5 meters. 3 floors are there in the basement as well. They also have the same height. So there's a lift which moves at the rate of 1 meter per second, which means what? In 1 second of time, it covers 1 meter. We've got to figure out how long it is going to take to reach the second floor of the basement. Okay. It has been a lengthy session today, but I'm glad you guys have been able to concentrate for so long. Awesome. Good job. Okay. Answer has been revealed. I know this question will take more than 30 seconds. I understand that. I just wanted to give you 30 seconds of time to, understand the problem. Now let's go ahead and figure this out. Okay. Now I have the schematic for you. This is the building, building, and this is going to be the basement. Okay. This blue line that you see is the ground level. Okay. So the building is how many floors? 50 floors. Okay, so man starts 50 meters above the ground level. So let's say the man is starting from here, which is at a distance of 50 meters above the ground level. So here is where the man is. Okay, a rough sketch of the man. All right, so this is where the man is. Now he wants to reach the second floor on the basement. Now this is interesting. This is going to be 10 meters, right? because 2 floors, second floor on the basement, first 5 and the second 5. So total 10. Now the lift has to go from here, it wants to come here. So total distance that the lift has to cover is 50 plus 10, which is 60 meters. So this is what the total distance has to be covered. This time is less. I understand that. I understand that. 30 seconds are not enough to solve it. But yeah, I just wanted you to understand the question is what I'm saying. So now you've understood that 60 meters is the total distance that the lift has to travel. Now the lift covers how much? The lift covers 1 meter in 1 second. So to cover 60 meters, it is quite obvious that the lift is going to take 60 seconds of time. That's about it, and for that reason the correct answer was 60 seconds. So this was the last question. Just make sure you have done this drawing and you should be able to answer this one correct as well. Okay, so now you guys can relax. Yes, all the questions from NCERT and Exemplar has been solved for you. This marks the end of the journey. Okay, but before I move on, there is a homework question for you, and this is it. Type your answers out in the comments box. This is again, a problem that goes around the idea of what happens when you multiply positive with negative, negative with negative, and so on and so forth. So this is going to be the homework problem. Answer is one of these 4 options, and you guys can solve this through. I am going to move forward, and there are some updates for you, and this is the biggest one. Yes, we are on Telegram as well. So make sure you click this link which is given in the description box and join the Telegram channel, because there are fun updates coming your way. All the session updates, there will be homework questions, revision questions, and the entire session that we've just taken with my handwriting, the annotated versions, the PDF will be available for you in case you want to revise all of these questions later on. And of course, there will be Sunday fun facts as well. So make sure you are joining the Telegram channel and not missing out on any updates. The link is there in the description box for you. And of course, we've got you covered, right? I'm sure you guys understand that. There is going to be a Menti quiz on the 5th of May, Thursday, 7 p.m. So make sure you guys are covering the concepts and preparing well for the quiz. I will see you there. And make sure the free trial class as well, the link is there in the description box. And finally, we come to the end where I tell you, of course, if you've liked the content that is being provided by us, make sure you like the video there, share the video with your friends. They may also find it helpful. And in case you still haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So please prepare well for the quiz. We're going to have fun together. And until that time, remember to take care of yourself. Keep practicing. That's how you get better at math. Okay, I'd like to thank you for your time. Take care of yourself, and bye-bye.